hear me clearly and see me clearly. How's everybody doing today? How are you all doing today? I'm doing all right. I personally am happy within myself, and when it comes to things regarding myself, I'm in a good mood. But some of the things I continue to see in this crazy modern digital world we all live in today just really irk me. And Queen, if you're around, which I'm sure you're probably going to be here, I was, you know, um, going through the feed of one of my top mods, Queen Helen Casey, my top moderator out here on YouTube, because she follows a lot of stories. And she shared the story regarding CNN host, primetime host, Chris Como, is in hot water. I'll share my thoughts about that here in a little bit. It'll somewhat pertain to the topic, but hey, Queen, how you doing? Thank you. I'm good. I'm going to talk about Chris Como, Queen, a little bit at the beginning here, because it kind of pertains to the topic. And I don't know if you just heard me say, Queen, I subscribe to all your tweets. I've banged the bell. I get all notifications, and I was going through your feed because you don't miss a beat, Queen. I got to tell you that. You don't miss a beat, Queen. And I'm a little bit triggered about this Chris Como story. I'm actually really triggered by it. I've been triggered in quite some time, right? It takes a lot to trigger me, but this Chris Como story has triggered the living daylights out of me. I'll say daylights because it's too early on in the video to use a couple of cuss words in the proper context to remain monetized. I want to respect the YouTube community guidelines. But man, oh man, I've just seen it all. I've seen it all, been there, done that. It amazes me what people will do nowadays to get attention and to revive maybe a dying career. And I hate to say it, it's primarily women doing this because women can get away with doing it. No disrespect to women by saying that, it's just the truth. I got somebody coming here. Give me just a second here, folks. I'm going to cross the street because there's a woman coming on the other side of the street. Anyway, yeah, it just amazes me. It amazes me the things people will do nowadays to get attention because we live in the digital world. Maybe they were once famous in the mainstream media. Now their career's dying, so now they got to stir up the pot regarding something that happened over 15 years ago. It's pretty ridiculous. Here we go again. Here we go again, right? I'll get to the topic here in a little bit. But I'm going to wait for a few more people to show up, and then I'm going to share my thoughts regarding CNN primetime anchor Chris Como and the allegations of sexual harassment that have just been revealed regarding something that happened, or allegedly, let's just say this, allegedly happened over 15 years ago when he was working at ABC. And this involves one of his producers, right? I'm triggered. Queen, I am so triggered over this story. Again, I've been triggered in quite some time. But this is the kind of stuff that triggers me. Because this is the kind of stuff that people will drop everything to tune into and pay money to watch and all that stuff, right? Gets all the attention on them, right? Especially this woman that's, allegedly saying this is what Chris Como did, right? And then when I come out here to create real, good, decent content, nobody tunes in because it's not drama, right? Everybody loves drama, right? But I'm going to share my thoughts. I'm going to share my thoughts in a very respectful, professional, and mature way. Queen, I'll check out your comments in a second and anyone else's comments in a second. I just want to get to the other side over here. And in a bit, we'll get to the topic, why people won't commit to anything nowadays and how this affects your life. People don't want to commit to anything anymore. They're always looking for the next best thing. If they have something great, they think there's always something better. So they never give that current thing, the attention it deserves. Such as if a woman is dating a man or a man is dating a woman and they're in a great relationship, one side, if not both sides, in many cases are always looking for the next best thing, the replacement, right? Even though everything's perfectly happy, right? We're never satisfied nowadays, right? This crazy modern digital world that has given us unlimited options and so much unlimited information that our brains just can never rest and be at peace and happy with what we currently have, right? Even if what we currently have is amazing, right? We always think there's something better, right? That's the way this world's become. It's sad to me. It's sad to me because we're not human beings anymore. We're digital characters. Our bodies have been infested with the digital disease. Zeros and ones, binary code. We're zeros and ones, zeros and ones, zeros and ones, zeros and ones, right? Anyway, let me just stop over here and check out the chat because I'm going to share my thoughts here regarding the Chris Como situation. Queen says, yes, I know. I just posted it on Twitter. I don't watch the fake news media. Queen, I understand that everything in the mainstream media is not always true, but also lots of things in the social media world, the alternative media, right? The alternative media sector, a lot of people make up things, right? They do it because it's the only way they can create attention, right? It's the only way they can get attention on themselves by instigating fake news with fake drama. And YouTube's had a problem with that, trying to correct it, right? And I don't blame YouTube for most of the fake things they remove. I'm sick and tired of fake things. I'm sick and tired of fake drama. I'm sick and tired of fake people. And again, that's what the digital world has created, a bunch of fake people, right? That want to hide behind the computer and run their mouth, right? I'm not talking about trolls or haters. I mean, those are issues too. But I'm talking about, like the situation that's happening with Chris Como. Let's talk about that, right? So I hear today that Chris Como has been accused of sexual harassment. And I'm like, okay, let me read further into this. I saw Queen Helen Casey's tweet. And right before I went live, I said, let me just read this story real quick. Because I have a feeling it's a bunch of BS. So I read the story. And I guess apparently, when Chris Como used to work for ABC before he made it big time on CNN with the primetime spot, he was working at ABC, and I guess in 2005, I guess he allegedly, according to what this producer said, sexually harassed her. Now, here's the thing, folks. I don't know how long Chris Como's been married for. I don't even know if he was married at that point. Maybe he was a single man. But whether he was a single man or not, nowadays, if you just even say hello to a woman or you pat her on the back in a friendly way, she can come out and say that's sexual harassment, right? I don't believe for a second that CNN anchor Chris Como sexually harassed this woman. Why don't I believe it? Because if he really did do it, she would have pressed charges over 15 years ago? Why is this woman now coming out 15 plus years later to accuse this man? Whether you like him or not, he's worked hard to reach success. He's a successful news anchor on one of the most popular news networks, CNN. He's a successful man. He has a wife, he has a family, and he's providing for his family. Why is somebody coming out 15 years later and accusing him of this? Why? Because probably she no longer has a career. Or maybe she's jealous of what Chris made out of himself, right? And why are people even listening to this story, right? Because anytime a woman accuses a man of sexual harassment, whether it's true or not, we drop everything, right? Including the law, they drop everything, right? But when a man gets harassed, it's no big deal, right? When a woman comes and pats us on the back or something a little awkward, we just kind of shake it off and move on with our day, right? But again, in this case, even if it was true, right, which I don't believe it was true, even if it was true, why did she not come forward 15 years ago when allegedly it happened, right? My thoughts are because, again, her career probably recently ended. Maybe she's not doing as well. Maybe she's trying to grow a social media presence to revive, some of her popularity. And what better way to do it than to come out and get attention accusing a very popular news host of sexual harassment? And even if she knows it's not true, she knows at least it'll stir up the pot enough to get all eyes on her. She got my attention. Got my attention. Here's the thing, folks. I take harassment, sexual harassment, abuse, and anything of that nature, any wrongdoing of any nature at that level or any level at all, I take that very seriously, whether it happens to a man or a woman. Both men and women have been abused, right, in this world, right? I take it very seriously. It's nothing to mess with, nothing to joke around with, right? But lots of people nowadays will make that shit up just to get attention because there are so many people fighting for the digital space to get all eyes on them to become relevant that it almost takes doing something as stupid as this to be relevant. It's pathetic to me, right? And here's the thing, right? Like I've said in the past, I've always been for women having equal rights. I feel women should have always had equal rights. Not a problem. And women do have equal rights, and they have the same exact opportunities nowadays that men once always had. In the modern world, no matter what anyone says, women have the same exact opportunities that men have, right? But they also have to qualify for these jobs, right? Excuse me, allergies. They have to qualify for these jobs still, right? As long as they qualify for these jobs, the opportunity is there. If the woman doesn't qualify for a certain job that she applies for, right, and gets passed up by the man, it doesn't mean there's discrimination. It means she didn't qualify. In the same way, if she was more qualified than the man, she'd get the job and the man wouldn't, right? All right. Give me a second here. I gotta pass. But it's always funny how when the woman doesn't get the job, and she complains that she didn't get the job because she's a woman and he's a man, even though the company knows she just wasn't qualified, they'll find a way to get her in the company in a different position, right? just to keep her quiet, right? Why? Because women are emotional beings. They respond emotionally to everything first based on how they're feeling in the present moment. And men, we're supposed to be more logical, right? Us men will accept the fact, hey, if we don't get the job, we realize that we weren't qualified for the job and we work harder to get it the next time, right? But with women, they just whine and complain until they get what they want, right? And it's the fear of the company being sued for discrimination and all that stuff, right? Is that part of equality? Or is that called special privileges? You tell me. And yeah, it triggers me. Because we talk about this equality BS, right? And it is as equal as it can be. It's as equal as it's ever been in this modern world between men and women regarding opportunities, regarding equal rights. Where we're different is biologically. Biologically, we are different. We are not the same. Biologically, we are different. But as far as equal rights and equal opportunities, we're the same. But we still have to qualify as an individual for any particular job, whether it's a man or a woman that is going after that job. I'm really saddened. I'm really saddened that the world has become this way. Really saddened. I don't believe for a second that Chris Como sexually harassed this woman. Chris Como is a stand-up guy. Chris Como's a confident guy. He's a good-looking guy for his age. He's got a good wife, and he's got a great family and kids, right? Chris Como even took his job so seriously and loves his job so much when he had COVID early on in 2020, he was even broadcasting from his house to give CNN viewers and CNN an in-depth look at how somebody is living with the virus. That, to me, displays a strong man. There are people at the park today. Give me a second here. That, to me, displays strength in a man. A man that got this virus early on when it was first discovered, not feeling well, but finding the strength to report from his home because he loves his job so much and he takes it seriously. Again, whether you like Chris Como or not, that's up to you. I'm not here to convince anyone to like or dislike Chris Como. And my opinion is unbiased. I do like Chris Como, but my opinions of him and my opinions in general are unbiased because even if somebody that I like does something wrong, I'll be the first one to call them out. So again, this is an unbiased opinion. It's just a shame. It's a shame that we have to put up with this. Now, what's going to happen to this guy? Is he going to get suspended? Or are they going to let him go on the air? Let's see if he's able to do Como prime time live tonight. And if he does, what's going to happen? Are they going to have him talk about it, address it, or are they just going to ignore it? An accusation like this, folks, can destroy somebody's career and reputation, even if it's not true. Give me a second here. So many people out there nowadays are jealous of other people's accomplishments. They wish they could be in their position. So instead of working harder to try to get to that position, they try to destroy another person's career and life. I'm sick of this crap. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of immature, insecure, mentally and emotionally unstable, unhappy people trying to destroy other people's lives just because they hate their own life. You can change that within yourself very easily, and I can even help you change your life. But guess what? These people are not open to suggestions and change. They're not. They're not open to bettering themselves so they can accomplish anything they want to accomplish and reach success and not feel the need to kick other people down or harm other people and their careers to feel better about themselves. It's pretty freaking pathetic, in my opinion. And it should be a fact. Frito, who's Frito, Queen? I'm not sure who you're talking about. You know, here's the thing, Queen, and everyone else. Nobody's perfect in life. Everybody makes little mistakes every now and then, right? But should we have to live our life walking on eggshells, especially if you're a man, a successful man, and you're surrounded by men and women at your workplace, at the supermarket, or wherever you go? Should we have to walk on eggshells and just be super stiff and not go anywhere near women as a successful man in fear that we're going to get accused of sexual harassment for no reason, just to get attention, right? Queen, here's the thing. I know you don't like Como. I'm not really too fond of Como's brother. I do believe Andrew did what he did. I don't believe that Chris did this. Chris Como and Andrew Como are two different people. Chris Como was a family man. Andrew, I don't know. I don't know what happened to Andrew. I don't know his whole story, but he's a different beast. So I do believe what happened to Andrew Como was warranted. I don't believe for a second what's happening or probably may happen to Chris Como now is warranted. It's a similar thing that happened to me out here on YouTube. I've been doing this for almost 5 years. I had built a pretty decent audience, right? And because I didn't understand how the court of public opinion works and what people will do to try to destroy your reputation because they see you becoming successful and because, they see you becoming successful and they know you're going to surpass them, they start doing crazy things to ruin your reputation and destroy your audience, right? I've had that happen to me. That's another reason why I take this personal that's happening to, or what's happening to Chris Como, because I've dealt with it, right? It's such a shame. It's such a shame that there are so many people in this world that think so low of themselves and are so lazy and don't want to work hard to create their own greatness that they have to destroy other people's greatness to feel good about themselves and to have somewhat of an audience or somewhat of something that's moving them forward. It really sucks, folks. It really sucks. That's my nickname for Chris Como. I call him Frito. Okay. Well, thanks for sharing. Andrew is sitting at Gitmo literally. Is he really there, Queen, or are you just saying that? I don't think they would have arrested Como for that. I think, removing him from office was the right thing to do. I'm talking about Andrew. But here's the thing. Even what Andrew did, which could be considered sexual harassment, right? Even if he grabs a woman by the shoulders and gives her a hug, and because he's happy that things are going well for the administration, right? Or gives a woman a kiss on the cheek or something, right? Back in the days before social media and all that, that's how people were. People were just friendly and loving and caring, right? We could go up to people at a party in the workplace and give them a hug or give them a kiss on the cheek as a term of endearment, right? And it's all it's all innocent, right? It's all innocent. But nowadays, we consider that sexual harassment, right? He touched me inappropriately. Give me a frickin' break. In this day and age of social media, women will exploit that to get attention. That's what they do. That's what this is all about. That's what this boils down to, Queen. And I respect your opinions, but I'm right about this. I'm standing tall on this one. It's ridiculous, right? I sometimes wish maybe I was a chick so I could show some skin and get more than 4.4K subs. I've been stuck at that for ages, right? But if I was a chick, showed a little skin, tilted my body, showed some booty, right? Some booty, boobie, right? I'd have 100K subs right now, right? This is the stuff that bugs me, folks. And if you want to live your life as a good woman, now, I cater my content to both men and women, but to all women out there, if you want to live your life as a good, respectful woman, this is the kind of activity that you will not partake in. You can if you'd like. It's your right to do so. This is the kind of activity that I completely disrespect. I have no respect for women that play the system like this. I respect good women that have taken their rights that they've earned over the last 55 years and made something out of themselves, right? I can't respect women that use loopholes and take shortcuts and play the system and try to harm other men for no reason to get ahead. I'll tell you this, if Chris Como gets suspended or this affects his job in any way, shape, or form, I'm going to be talking about this for a while. And I'm going to be fighting for him and other men that have dealt with this stuff, right? Over 15 years ago. Ma'am, you could have come forward over 15 years ago. The moment you felt you were being harassed, you could have reported it to Human Resources at ABC, American Broadcasting Company, right? And they would have looked into it, right? Now, 15 years later, you want to play a wild card now, ma'am. You've been holding the ace in the hole, right? Let's call it that, the ace in the hole, right? You've been waiting to play this card, right? Either that or you just kind of came up with it because you needed something to revive your dying career, right? Anyway, folks, I've done one lap. Let's get to the topic here. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition, live from Red Morton Park. This is episode number 135. And today we're going to be discussing why people don't commit to anything and how this affects your life. One more time. Why people don't commit to anything nowadays and how this affects your life. Again, folks, we live in a crazy digital modern world where we have these damn smartphones attached to our hips wherever we go. Don't get me wrong, I love mine. And I'm on it right now. I'm broadcasting live on mobile because I have this iPhone 12 Pro Max, which is great. This is a good use of my phone, right? And, hey, when you're going to someplace new, instead of having to go to AAA and get a road map or having to print out a map like we did in the days before smartphones came out from our laptops or desktop, from MapQuest or Google Maps or Yahoo Maps or whatever we used, not only does it save paper, you can plug in your smartphone, whether you have an Apple through CarPlay or an Android through Android Auto, and you can use an app. And on your car's car screen now, the touch screen, right? All newer cars that are at least, all new cars, stemming back to about 5 years ago, have these touch screens. They have the reverse camera. The reverse camera, I believe, became law that cars had to have them in the car. I think in 2016 or something. So if you have to put in a touch screen for the reverse camera, you can also add capabilities for smartphones, which all these companies did, right? So now you plug in your phone, you can plug in your destination, or you can even use on the iPhone, you can use Siri or whatever the microphone is on Android and just say, McDonald's near me, or Holiday Inn, whatever city it is, right? And then it searches, gives you options on the screen. You touch it, you press start. It gives you directions along the way. You can even have it use voice navigation if you want to, going through your car speakers. I turn that off because when I play music, it's pretty annoying. I just look at the screen every now and then. It tells you, okay, in 22 miles, get off at this exit, right? Then make a left, make a right, whatever, right? So, if you use your smartphone the right way, and you know how to manage your smartphone, and you know how to put it down to enjoy life at times, no problem. But many people are addicted to these things. Many people are addicted to the smartphone and to the attention that the modern digital world is bringing them, right? So when it comes time to commit to anything at all in this modern world, it's difficult for both men and women to do it. I more so see this happening with women, but men have difficulty with it as well. For women, this more so comes into play in the dating world because they have many more options than men because of the thirsty beta males I always talk about. The thirsty beta males will talk to all women. I myself, when I was looking for a woman, would only talk with women of quality, right? And because the thirsty beta male is talking to all women and validating them, when a good guy like me would come across a good woman, she was talking to 100 other guys, it would be hard to keep her attention even if I did everything right. And then let's say you get a date with one of these women and you start dating them, right? And everything is good. They're always thinking, I wonder if there's anyone better out there, right? So you're with them for a month or two. Everything's going great. The intimacy's good. You're going on hiking dates. You're going to dinner dates, weekend getaways, and all that. Everything's great, right? You're attracted to each other. Next thing you know, she ghosts you. Why? Because a better option in her eyes panned out because she just couldn't settle, right? She just couldn't commit. People are having difficulty committing to anything nowadays because they're always thinking there's something better out there. And you know what? The truth of the matter is there will always be something better out there, right? Let's be real about it, right? Somewhere out there, there's probably always going to be something better, right? But at what point do you say, I'm tired of the hunt, I'm tired of the search. I just want to find someone and have a life with and enjoy their. We're going to be loyal and faithful to each other. Why can't we do that anymore nowadays? Why? Because we're consumed with the digital world and we always want constant attention and validation. And, I always criticize women for wanting constant attention and validation, which is true. It's more normal for a woman to seek validation constantly, right? But even men nowadays do the same thing. There are men out there, the men are so pathetic nowadays, right, that they constantly go out there and seek validation all the freaking time. All the time. And when I see them doing this, right, and I see the things that they're doing on social media, especially out here on YouTube, just sickens me. I'm like, what's happened to our men nowadays? Our men are not men anymore, right? Our men are not men anymore, and our women are running all over the place looking for the next best option, right? And in the meantime, women are taking advantage of their equal rights beyond what they were meant to be used for and seeking out and getting special privileges. It's become a world of shit, in my opinion, to be honest with you. It has. Maybe it's a little bit of a rant today, and I'm not, I'm cool. Everything's good in my life. I'm happy with my life. I got everything going for me, right? But just because I have everything going for me and I'm happy with my family and personal life and all that, doesn't mean I'm happy about the way things are for other people. I care about everyone very deeply. Is that you, Dion? Let me see here. Yeah, he is really there. I have the proof. Okay, that's cool, Queen. You can send it to me. Send it to us in the Coach Eli private chat on Facebook. Queen says, don't set my Bixby off. She will hear you on my phone. Bixby is my assistant on my phone. Ha, it's funny, Queen. SIFESMO, the man of the hour. Who's that? You, bro? Hello, Dion, says Queen. Dion, SIFESMO, says hello, Queen. SIFUSMO says people fear commitment. Queen says, Dion, Eli's triggered about Chris Como from CNN. SIFSMO says, LOL, Queen. Yeah, I don't trust any of those media platforms, especially CNN. Dion, I didn't think it would trigger Eli. What happened with Chris Como, Queen? I'll tell you again, Dion, everyone else. Chris Como is being accused of sexual harassment from a producer that he worked with at ABC in 2005, about 15, almost 16 years ago. She's now coming forward 15 plus years later saying that Chris Como sexually harassed her. And I was saying, I think it's a bunch of crap, because if it wasn't, she would have come out and reported him in 2005. Now that Chris is a successful CNN, a primetime news anchor, making good money, has a good family, good wife, good kids, and her career is probably dying, she's now trying to get attention. Now again, whether you like Chris Como or not is not the point. I happen to like Chris Como. You guys, Dion and Queen, don't like Chris Como, and that's okay. That's your right. But that has nothing to do with the principle of the matter. The principle of the matter is this is a bunch of BS. It's a bunch of crap. It's complete crap. And you guys know it. It's an attention ploy in this crazy modern digital world we all live in. So there you go, Dion. I just wanted to update you very briefly. So now let's get back to, people are not committing to anything nowadays, and how it affects their life, right? I'm going to give another example regarding people are not committing to anything nowadays. Outside of the dating world, I just shared a dating world, situation where this happens and why both men and women, they don't commit, right? They would rather get into these situationships, which I'm going to do a stream on that at some point too, or a video on that at some point too. They get into these situationships. It's like a relationship without the title, right? You're hanging out with the same person, you're having sex, you're going to dinner, you're doing everything that you would do as if you were in a committed relationship, but you don't call it that. You call it a situationship because you want to leave the options open in case someone better comes along, right? So we label it a situationship. Wow. I think the government needs to really do something to start to incentivize men and women being together and getting married. They need to do something to incentivize marriage. It has to be better than the tax breaks you already get. It has to be 4 times better. Because that's what's destroying our world. Our world is being destroyed because the absolute biggest purpose of life, which is a man and a woman getting together and procreating and cohabitating together, it has been destroyed for the most part. Oh, man. I never thought social media would, would just give people the opportunity to just create such fabricated BS just to get attention. It's absolutely ridiculous. It seems like our millennials and post-millennials have adjusted to this, or they've actually grown up with it. So to the millennials and the Gen Y millennials and the Gen Z post-millennials, I generation, they grew up with this. So to them, it's just normal. And again, give me a second here. I'm passing by some people. And to the millennials, they're the ones that created this culture. They're the ones that changed everything. And you get a bunch of millennials coming out on social media and saying, oh, we're getting blamed for everything. Well, yes, you are, because you changed it to be this way. You folks changed the way this world is with the hookup culture, the digital world, social media, etc. I'm not saying social media is bad or advancement is bad, but we're not using social media in the way it was intended to be used. Social media was intended to keep in touch with people. Maybe share about a business opportunity you have or what you do for a living, right? But nowadays, people use social media to try to get attention and capitalize off of that attention, even if they have nothing to offer the world, right? And in many cases, in order to get all eyes on you in this crazy flooded world, you have to do something as crazy as what this woman is trying to do to Chris Como. Let me see here. Let me pass this way. There's a lot of people at this part of the park right now. Give me a second, folks. So let me talk about another example here. I talked about a personal life example in the dating world, right? Regarding people not committing to anything nowadays. Right? Let's talk about the business world. I'm going to share some of my YouTube experiences here. And this is with no disrespect to my current moderators. I'm going to do one more lap. This is my second lap. I'm going to do one more lap, a third lap, then go off the air, and then take my final lap again off the air. So get your questions, comments, concerns in right now if you have any. So let's talk about, my business experience on YouTube and working with other YouTubers. I've been an entrepreneur for over 15 years now. And used to be an insurance broker, for those of you that haven't been around for a while or you're new and you just don't know that. I'm still licensed, but I sold my business over a year ago. But how did I grow my business? I went to in-person networking events and I met other entrepreneurs, and I didn't try to sell them anything. I just built relationships. That's called building a referral base, right? The more and more people you meet and you're friendly with them and you get to know, like, and trust them, right? If you know of someone that needs their products or services, you're more prone to refer them business. And the same thing on the flip side. If you're cool with them and they get to know, like, and trust you, and back in those days, if someone needed insurance, auto, home, commercial, life, health, disability, or long-term care, I was the guy that referred the business to, right? That's called building relationships, right? That's called collaborating, right? Working together. It's not about necessarily trying to sell each other your products. If someone at that level needs your products and services, they'll come to you, but you don't try to sell your products and services to the people that are going to feed you leads and referrals, right? Because they know people you don't know, right? And it's not about you just trying to reach them. It's about you trying to reach their people that they don't know, right? That's what people don't get. It's not about, not just about getting to know one particular person and trying to sell them your products. It's about just getting to know them, creating a referral base, because they have a big network that doesn't know you and may need your services. But if you upset these people, they're not going to refer you to business. They'll refer it to somebody else, right? So out here on YouTube, this is something I've been struggling with lately, and I've always been good at bringing people together and encouraging collaboration. And again, this is with no disrespect to my mods. This is just for example purposes, but tonight I wanted to do a live stream with as many of my moderators as possible. I've been talking about this for the past several weeks now, especially this past week. So all my mods have known about this for quite some time, right? And I've wanted to do a stream on, trolls and the court of public opinion. How to stay away from drama or something like that, right? I wanted to do a stream where I get a group of my moderators on a StreamYard panel from the studio and talk about their experiences with trolls, how they help them. Talk about their experiences with trolls, not how they help the trolls, but how they dealt with them, right? And what advice do they have to give to other people in a similar situation? Because I always feel that if you're running a channel or putting out content, right, and you talk about certain subjects, if you have other people that come onto your platform and share their own experiences on it, right, it brings more value to your content, and you also bring more value to them by bringing them on your platform and exposing them to your audience, right? Great opportunity, right? And, I've been communicating with my moderators behind the scenes. I'm literally like half a block away, and these people are waiting for me to cross. They think I'm going to cross the street and they're waiting to turn into the parking lot. Anyway, so yeah, I've been sending voice messages and private messages to the Coach Eli private moderator chat on Facebook, and all the mods in my chat, they want to collaborate. They've said, yeah, let's get some panels going. Let's get this going. We've been talking about this for like a couple months now, right? And I've done everything I can to set up events and stuff. And then when it comes time to putting down, okay, like this Friday, I started putting this out earlier on in the week. This Friday at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, I want to do a show. Who's in, right? Right? Only one person responded. That's Dion. Now, I'm not mad at my mods or anything like that. I'm not mad at anyone. I'm just saying that it just seems like nowadays no one wants to commit to anything, right? For whatever reason. Maybe they have other better things going on, or they think they have better things going on, or maybe they're afraid of getting attacked by trolls or whatever it is, right? But here's the thing, folks. Let me tell you how important commitment is to whatever you do in life, whether it's your dating relationship, your marriage, your business partnerships, your friendships. If you fear commitment and you're not able to commit to anything or anyone, your life's going to suck, because you're going to be living a lonely life trying to find happiness rather than giving people a chance and having some commitments. You don't have to commit to everybody that you encounter, but if you don't commit to anyone or anything that you do in life because you're thinking there's always something better out there, you're going to live a lonely and miserable life. Now, you just don't want to commit your time to just anyone, but there are people out there that just won't commit to anyone or anything. And most people are like that nowadays. Again, why? Because they fear if they commit and give you that time, something better will come up and they'll have to flake out on you, right? Well, if you make a commitment to somebody or something and something else comes up, why can't you tell that other person or people, hey, I made a commitment during this time. How about we talk tomorrow at this time instead? Right? Why can't we do that? That's called communication, right? Same thing with Bill Cosby's accusers. I agree. Yeah, I don't really think that Bill Cosby really did anything wrong. You never know. Bill Cosby is kind of a strange guy, so I didn't make a big deal out of it. But Chris Cuomo's a very confident, educated man. Chris Cuomo is much different than Bill Cosby. There's the link, Dion. Thanks, Queen. I'll check it out. Eli, it's because the system favors the women, so they know they can falsely accuse men with money and win in court. That's true. Queen, can you make it on the panel tonight? I can try. Queen says, me and a bunch of MAGA, Make America Great Again people, right, Queen? Trump supporters. We're chasing trolls out of Dilly's chat today on Facebook. Here's the thing, Dion. That show's not going to happen tonight, because I put in the chat that if we didn't have at least one to two other people committed before I went live, we'll do it another time. We can try again next week, Dion. And Dion, if I'll tell you what, bro, I probably won't even go live tonight. Dion, if you want to go live tonight and you want me to come on your channel, I'd be happy to come on your channel. And we could do an interview or talk about what we were going to talk about in the past. And I'd be happy to promote it on my community tab and on Facebook. But I will let you know, dude. People hearing this right now, the trolls are watching. And they'll see my community post. And the trolls will be there. If you're cool with that, no problem. And if you trust me to be a mod on your channel, I can also mod while we're doing the show, because I know all the trolls and the haters. And I can multitask and ban them. as I'm carrying a conversation with you. I will check it out, see how my StreamYard is working. Yes, I will make you a mod. I appreciate that, bro. I'm not trying to ask for that, bro. I'm just saying, if you bring me on your channel, you're gonna need someone that knows my trolls, and that's me, to help keep your chat clean. Unless you want them to talk. If you want them to talk smack, that's on you, bro. But I don't. I am.
On Twitch?
No, YouTube, man.
On YouTube? What's
Yeah,
the channel?
it's Coach Eli.
Coach Eli?
Coach Eli, ELI.
Alright, sounds good.
All right, guys, have a good one. All right. Awesome, man. Got some good people. See, that's the way you get yourself out there, right? Sometimes when you're in public, you come across some really cool people, right? And hey, this guy may check me out. He may like it. He may get bored. Who knows? He may share it with some friends. You have to look at every opportunity in life, folks, as an opportunity. You have to look at everywhere you go, there are opportunities if you seize the moment. I could have ignored those people, right? But they were cool. So I'm like, yeah, hey, I'm on YouTube, right? Yeah, Coach Eli, ELI. Yeah. Check it out, man. They see me walking at the park, and they might like the fact that I do these walking streams, right? Who knows what happens, right? Well, check out if your StreamYard's working, bro. If you don't want to do it tonight, Dion, that's okay, bro. It's not a big deal. I just threw it out there, bro. I have plenty of things I can do besides stream on YouTube. There's always something for me to do. I just prioritize certain things. If I can get a show going with somebody, right? And I'm not hanging out, with this woman, then, I'll prioritize these shows. If not, I'll do something else. Maybe I'll go out with some friends or hang out with my brother or mother or catch up on some Netflix or something, right? But yeah, this is what happens nowadays, folks. You try to build relationships with people genuinely. You try to get people to commit to something that not only would benefit me, but would benefit them. It's a win-win, right? In this case, it's YouTubers, right? It's YouTubers that have their own channel, right? And they can be exposed to more people and possibly gain more traction that way. Now, a lot of people say, Eli, you have a lot of trolls. We don't want your trolls. But I also have a lot of people that watch me that don't comment, that are not trolls, that would come to your channel, right? I've always been the type of guy, I've always seized every opportunity. Anytime anyone in the past, until all this crazy stuff started happening out here on YouTube, and my audience kind of dwindled because of it, and now I've been rebuilding, anytime in the past somebody offered me an interview, I would always take it. Didn't matter if they had 5 subscribers or 1,000 or 5,000, right? Or 0, right? Because it's an opportunity to go and connect with at least one person that that channel owner or host, right? Right? And what if they come on your channel down the road and bring more value to your channel just by, doing a co-hosting type of stream with you, which is always more interesting than just going solo, right? You don't need to have somebody with 1,000 or 5,000 or 10,000 or 100,000 subs to, bring someone as a co-host. Heck, you don't even have to bring someone on your show that's a YouTuber. They could be just a friend that you have a conversation with, right? Anytime you bring an additional person onto your show, right, it makes it more interesting. It's a different perspective, right? It's changing things up a little bit, right? I had dealt with them too, not just Eli. She did. SAFS and most of some you fans, LOL. That's how you network. Right. Right. I will say this, folks. The people out there that fear commitment or don't commit to anything in this modern world, that's going to hold you back. It's going to prevent you from accomplishing whatever it is you want to accomplish at a business and a personal level. If you think you can do it on your own, you can't, right? See, here's the thing. I can run live streams and do videos all day, every day, and never run out of things to talk about because I can talk forever. Most people don't have that ability that I do. And I'm not saying I'm all that, but most people can't just go live and talk about anything and make a show out of it and make it interesting, engaging, and entertaining, right? But even though I can do that, that's not enough. I need people to move my thing forward. You folks need people to move your thing forward, right? If people are not supporting my message, okay, at not just the level of watching the videos and stuff like that, but monetarily as well, the business is dead, right? So I can't even do this on my own, even though I'm more than capable of running shows and videos without anyone else. I need people, and I want to work with people. And the same thing goes for you folks. I'm trying to get you folks to realize how important making commitments are. And again, I've just been, like over the last year to year and a half, trying to get any single normal, decent person even that likes me to commit to doing something has been next to impossible. And it's not because my trolls and haters and all that. I've even had a hard time trying to get the moderators behind the scenes to have a private phone call every now and then for half an hour or so to catch up and to talk about, you know, some possible future collaborations privately without even being on the air. People are not committing. They don't want to commit to anything, right? And it's sad. It saddens me. Because the number one thing, one of the biggest things, I don't know if I'd say it's the number one thing, but one of the biggest things that I've always valued in my life is commitment. Commitment in my relationships, commitment to my work, commitment to my family, commitment to my friends. I have a commitment to these walks, a commitment to hiking. If you don't make things a commitment, they will not be a priority and you will just not get shit done. I don't know how much more I can emphasize this than I already have. UPS truck went in the opposite way. I was trying to avoid it. It came the same way I was going. Anyway. See, look at this here. You see what that says right there? It says work as a team. Now, if you're a guy, don't skate like a girl. If you're a girl, skate like a girl. But here's the one right there. Can you folks see that? Work as a team. Eli, you know I'm always available for anything, even while I'm doing research. Well, Queen, don't worry about it. Let's do this, Queen. Queen, you and Dion, if you two, at some point early on next week or even by next Friday, okay, let's do this, you know, show on our experiences with trolls and the court of public opinion, how we've handled it, okay, and how to avoid getting sucked into drama. Let's do it sometime next week. At least now there's a little more motivation that's going to come out because of this stream. And so if you, Dion, and you, Queen, let me just wait for these guys to go. can make if you, Dion and Queen, can make a commitment to doing this sometime next week, all we need to do is find one more person and we have a show. Go ahead. Lots of people out here today. I'm just trying to be courteous, not interrupt any of them and not scare any of them and not get sidetracked myself, right? Lauren said she wanted to stream as well. I know she has said that. Yes, Lauren has said that. But saying it is one thing and actually committing to it, Dion, is another thing, right? I don't mean to sound like a dick or a jerk. I'm being honest. Many people say, oh yeah, let's do this. Oh, let's hang out here. Oh yeah, give me a call in a couple of weeks, right? You call them in a couple of weeks, they don't even pick up their damn phone. You send them a text, they don't respond, right? There's a difference between saying you want to do something and committing to it and actually showing up and doing it, right? I'm not criticizing you, Lauren, directly or anything like that. I'm just saying in general, there are lots of people that say, yeah, we need to stream together. We need to do this. We need to do that. And then you constantly try to make it happen with them and they never commit to anything, right? Then I go as far and say, hey, when are you free to make this happen? I'll work my schedule around yours, and they still don't make it happen, right? And that's when you say, you know what? It is what it is, right? If it's meant to be, it will be, right? Sometimes it takes a show like this to call people out, even people that I care about, like my mods, to get their ass in gear and say, hey, yeah, let's just do it. Folks, we have so much talent. We have so much talent here in the Coach Eli clan and the Coach Eli moderator group. So many great creators that have a great message, right? And your message is stagnated because you've been getting trolled and you haven't had the right support. Well, here I am. Here's a guy that comes out here every day and does at least one, but usually 2 streams per day with a different topic to try to help you become more motivated to accomplish whatever it is your heart desires in life. And sometimes, I'll be honest, many times I feel like it goes, and I'm not just saying this about my mods, I'm saying this in general. It just goes in one ear and out the other ear of everyone that listens. People can listen to this and it makes sense, right? But because people don't want to do the work to turn their life around for the better, right, and take those chances to move ahead, it just goes in one ear and out the other, right? Maybe they appreciate the message, they value it, but they don't want to do the work, right? Oh, we've got like the paramedic mobile here, or fire mobile here. Redwood City Fire Department, Rescue Squad. I hope everything's okay. Folks, get your questions, comments, and concerns in the chat. I will be going off the air in about 10 to 12 minutes. I'm halfway through my 3rd lap. I've done almost 3 miles here today. Look, here's the thing, folks. I'm not trying to come off like a jerk or a dick or an asshole or anything like that, right? It's just that people don't listen any other way. If you're too nice of a... the truth of the matter is I'm a really nice guy. I really am. But I don't even call myself a nice guy anymore. I haven't called myself a nice guy in ages because it's that stigma. Nice guys finish last. No one listens to nice guys, right? So I call myself a good guy, right? But technically, honestly, I'm a nice guy, right? And that don't mean to come off pushy or too forward with anyone. But if you don't do it the way I do it, if you don't get in people's faces they don't do shit. They don't. Right? People won't do anything if you don't get in their face and call them out and say, hey, come on. Let's make something great happen, right? I feel really good today. Getting around and just getting my pinched nerve almost back to normal. It's been great. Folks, I've tremendously improved my life over the past couple of years. Yeah, I've gone through moments of, temporary anxiety, and I've had a few panic attacks. But I've worked through it, and I've kept pushing through it. And I've never given up on myself. And that's what I'm trying to get you folks to understand. Never give up on yourself. And just because things haven't panned out yet doesn't mean you give up. Maybe you gave up just before things were going to pan out. Right? So many people quit and give up right before shit's about to take off. And that's why I keep moving forward, because I know if I keep moving forward and doing what I do, what I love to do, and I'm genuine with you folks, one day this will get to where it needs to get to, right? And as long as I can figure out how to keep this going in the meantime, where it doesn't affect other aspects of my life in many different ways I won't get into, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep finding a way to do it, because I've put in a lot of time already into this, almost 5 years now. And I'm only getting started, folks. And even if you've been doing something for 5 years and it hasn't gotten to where you feel it needs to get to, look at it the same way. You're only getting started. You have a long way to go. And you're going to get there. If you have that attitude, you will get there. I'm going to stop by over here at the Red Morton Community Park, City of Redwood City sign, where somebody placed a hubcap at the bottom of the sign, and just check out the chat real quick. Once again, folks, please get your questions, comments, and concerns in. I'll be going off the air in probably about 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, nothing new in the chat. It's interesting, Dion. We have 15 people here. Dion and Queen Helen Casey. 2 of them are you. 13 of them are probably, trolls in court of public opinion, right? The funny thing to me, Dion and Queen, is this. If they thought my content was completely boring, they wouldn't tune in, right? Because even some of these drama people, to be honest with you, they'll go to the drama shows when there's nothing else to watch, right? But even these people are probably tired of the stupid drama that's happening in their drama sphere, right? And even though they don't per se technically like me, my content may be more interesting to them than their drama group. And that's fine. That's all good, right? And at the same time, Dion and Queen, I wouldn't mind even having some of these people chat if I knew that they were going to, chat respectfully and maturely, right? But I know if I unban these people, they're going to talk shit, right? But they'll still watch the show, and they'll still enjoy the show for whatever reason, right? It's just interesting, right? And they have to click on an ad. Dion, Queen, did you both get an ad when you entered the stream? Let me know if you both had to click on an ad to get on this stream. Hey, it's another 13 people clicking on an ad, right? Every little bit counts, right? They're probably going to replace this sign, Vets Memorial Building. That's a veteran memorial building. They're going to probably tear that down real soon and rebuild that. I don't know where the seniors are going to go to hang out while it's torn down. Maybe they'll lease a place for them somewhere else temporarily, but that Veterans Memorial Building where the seniors are at is going to be torn down next. They're going to rebuild it like they're rebuilding everything else. Don't unban them. I'm not going to unban them, Queen. I'm just saying, Queen, it's just interesting to me that they're still here watching. That shows they have some type of emotional investment in my content, whether they like me or hate me, right? People watch other people for many different reasons. Maybe there's nothing else for them to watch right now and they're just curious, right? That happens to all of us, right? That's okay. So I'll just come around here and show you folks. See, the seniors are over there. That building, God, it's so damn old. That building's going to go soon. And it's going to be state of the art. These seniors are going to be living, well, they don't live here. They're going to be hanging out in luxury. That's about time they upgrade this. And it just looks like they haven't done maintenance on it in like 5 to 10 years because I think the city was planning on doing this. I mean, why spend the money to do maintenance on something that's going to be torn down and replaced with something new? It's not worth it to spend the extra money, right? But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say the building is in horrible shape, but it just looks old, right? And the roof to me is like really old. And maybe they've, stabilized the roof enough to last a couple more years. But honestly, like this building, I mean, if I came in from out of town and there's nobody here, it would almost look like a condemned building to me. Like I wouldn't even trust going in this building that this roof wasn't going to collapse. Like this is a really, really old roof. I think it's an asphalt shingle roof too. It's not the best roof. Maybe they'll get a tile roof on the new buildings. They should, because tile will last 50 to 100 years. The shingles, 20 years or so, if that. All right, folks, I'm gonna get on out of here. I don't know. Like I said, we're not gonna be doing that troll and Court of Public Opinion stream tonight. I don't know. Maybe I might end up doing a stream later this evening if I feel up to it. Or who knows? Maybe I'll go on Dion's channel if he gets his StreamYard to work and he wants to stream. And if you don't hear from me for the rest of the day, just enjoy your day. And I should be back tomorrow. I'll do a Walking with Purpose stream from a different location tomorrow. Unless something comes up, who knows? Maybe some friends will want to go hiking or something. I don't know. The woman I've been seeing, she's working. So we're probably not going to hang out until probably next week. But who knows? Maybe some friends will want to go hiking or something. I'm up for that. All right, folks. We are at 1 hour and 19 minutes. I want to thank you all for being here. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you all next time, whenever that may be. Oh, good afternoon, Louis. Before I go off the air, Louis, how you doing, man? I'll stay here for another minute or so. Go back and check out the replay if you'd like. Louis shared a lot of great motivational information. Louis, if you want to get on a panel, Dion, if you can do me a favor, can you talk with Louis, you and Queen, talk with Louis in the Coach Eli private chat and make them aware of we're going to be doing this show next week. You, Dion, and Queen are already in. If we can get Lewis, that'd be 3 people. And then maybe we get Lauren, that'd be 4 people. That'd be a great show. If you guys can chat it up, I'm going to take another lap here off the air and listen to parts of this replay just to hear how it sounded. I like doing that. That's another thing you folks should do is go back and, watch your own videos and watch at least part of your live stream replays to hear how your delivery came off, and that'll help you become a better speaker as well. All right, Lewis, thank you for being here. Say hi to your sister Adelaide. I just gave you a like. Thank you, Lewis. SAFUSMO Dion says, hey, Lewis. All right, guys and gals, have yourselves a great day. I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye. We're out.